Now it's working. Yeah.
Yeah. Great, great. Okay, let's get started. You guys sent me a lot of games, so this is great. We're gonna start with House CEOs as the organizer, and we're gonna start with his one of his games, and then we're gonna look at the three Mexico versus Brazil team matchups, and then we're gonna continue to the rest. What we're
Okay.
looking at is the Renan versus Halcyon. The main thing is hoping to consolidate our the main goal ideas we talked about in the previous meetings, and um, it's good that I we didn't learn that many Go rules, just some applications, and so this is going to be very good. As before, the opening is pretty good, pretty tame. Nothing big happened, and that's good. White plays here, all good, all good. Approach, this is totally, I wouldn't change anything here. This move is a little flat, but it's not a bad move. It clearly strengthens the weakest black stones here, so it's okay. Um, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. White attaches. This is the first relatively aggressive move we see in the game. Now, here is a common thing with Joseki-like shapes. So, if we don't know the Joseki after this one, the common patterns, this is a pretty aggressive, very chance-taking. It's taking a big chance, escalating. It's very complicated and things like that. Um, Once we know the Joseki is here, this becomes another regular move, and we are able to deal with it fine and then move on to the rest of the game. White, note white, white played here and black played this move. Okay, that's all good. If before we go on to the next attachment fight, if you guys are looking for a more aggressive way to play here, attach, and then this move is a more faster way to do it. The key here is to be able to accept just a simple connect. Um, if white plays this one, we block and it's all good. Once white Atari is here, we don't connect that anymore. We just move on to the rest of the board. And the key here is to assume that white is super strong in the corner, and then any exchanges we have that further solidify white is not that bad. A few examples we see of this kind of shape is there was an AlphaGo versus Lisa Do match that had a similar shape, and nowadays black does not want to just jump. Black wants to go force these exchanges, or as the game was played, extend back. This is all good. Okay, so
May
here,
may I
yeah.
ask something about that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, usually when the O17 stone is yeah, exactly. I was going to ask about that.
Yes, yes. White can and should fight back like
Yeah,
this.
okay.
This is another good variation. The main variation here is this one. The key is once white connects, that we are treating this fight relatively light, and we're as defensive in our expansion as possible.
Hey,
If white connects.
let me interrupt it just a bit. We
Mm.
need to give, you need to accept Renan. He's he's waiting for Twainter.
Ah, yes, yes. I need to. Hey, hey, hey,
Ah,
hey,
yeah,
Renan.
yeah,
Great, great. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
the host now, so I have to.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Just if I don't get to it, interrupt me, and then we'll do
Okay,
the
let's
accept.
go. Let's go.
Good,
Let's go.
good, 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 good. Another more common is to cut directly here. White will generally Atari here. This way, also black gets Sente, but white does have a very big corner here.
Okay, thank you.
The
Yeah,
key, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Uh,
Yeah. The key
I have
for
learned that p15 is almost always the answer to this
Mm,
hero 15 move, and I was curious about the variation there. That was
yeah.
thank you.
It's good. It's almost always okay to play P15 or the block on the third line. The key here is to for black to just concentrate on developing as quickly as possible. If something like this happens and white plays this one, make sure we play a move that doesn't require us to save this one stone and just continue to play fast. White is very, very thick over here. So here, good. Here, white needs all the ladders to work for this to work, which is fine. The main variation with this is Atari and extend. White cuts, and then black ends up getting a very, very large corner, but white is able to develop very fast, which is okay. That's a main variation. Another variation is this. Black first has to play the Hane on the outside to commit white to the 3-3 point, and then we get this variation and where white can Atari and double Hane over here, and that's generally okay. When black plays first in the corner and then plays on the outside, the order is switched. So at this moment, if white Ataris at the 3-3, we revert back to that complicated Joseki shape. But because white hasn't played the 3-3 yet, if you slow down and think like, do I need to play the 3-3 cut Atari right now? You might come up with, no, I don't need it. Atari from the other side and then extend is a good flexible play, and it works very well in this local shape. If black plays anything to the outside, white now uses the defender's advantage, I guess, presses into the corner now. And if black wants to attack white, black cannot allow white to take the corner. So black has to block white if black wants to attack. But then after this, white is easily settling on the right-hand side. And losing the two stones in the center here does not hurt that much because black started out with two stones here, and so on. So this is a very, very good way for white to play with a lot of flexibility. Here, in the variation black played here, another very strong move is to play the straight up squeeze against the two white stones. White should not play the blob. This is bad. This is very redundant, doesn't help that much. But if white just allows the two stones to get captured, nothing bad will happen. And overall here, this is a very good moment for white to exercise this flexibility in terms of changing things up. And here, usually black gets a very strong shape here, but the lower side white's group with a 3-space extension with the 4 stones does a great job of limiting this thickness from black. It's 3 spaces away, so it's at a pretty good safe distance. Okay, good. So in the game, both of us played here. Someone played this move against me in a tournament game and ended up checking the AI, and so then I learned this. So don't worry, I only learned this last year, so good. So this is about the flexibility and changing your move up based on a slight difference in the order of moves. So Joseki, Hane on the outside, white Hane is at the 3-3, and we play this move, and we go on to, let me see if I finish the Joseki in the last variation. It's like this, and this. And the Joseki basically ends here. Usually white ladders this one stone. Right now white has another stone nearby, so white plays here. This is about the same. In this case, in the game, when black switched up the order a little bit, which is the same mistake I made, it allowed white to play this variation, which is a very good idea. If you could play this It's like 2-3 points. Okay, in the game we played a very similar move to the Joseki. Totally okay. Good. Connect. White plays this move. Perfect. So usually this is a little better for white, but the K3 is over concentrating white's shape a little, so it's okay for both sides. This is generally fine. Good. This is a very nice space. Okay, this is normally good. This is about even. At this moment, there are four black stones on the upper side, all at 2 space extensions, all on the third line. At this moment, this top black group is a little stronger than usual, and the slight weakness to this large knight's move is exactly the game move. And white is okay with this being a little over redundant with the d15 move, but also black is only at a 2 space extension. So usually when black is at 2 spaces, white is a little bit happy doing this. That's fine. It's all good. We could just go a little closer or even all the way close to here. Both of these are interesting ways to play. At this moment, black has no weaknesses on the entire board, and it allows black to play a little more greedy, like this move directly all the way here. And it would put correspondingly a little more pressure on white. So the game is very, very peaceful, but black can feel a little like I need a little more than this, where both sides are super solid on this board. In that case, a little more aggression earlier would be okay. Okay, and game moves on. This is a very thick move. If black wants to fight for Sente a little more, play some kind of attachment, would be more. This is more pressure on the white stone, and then white extends, and we could play this big move, for example. That's okay. So right now, this Atari is clearly the biggest move on the board right now. This is a normally big move, and right now there's everything else is pretty settled. If white doesn't play here, some kind of an extension on the right-hand side, then aha! Okay, good. This is the first questionable move we have in the game. It's not so different. It's generally in the same area as the white move. The only thing is this way we can capture 2 black stones later, so it's just as strong. It saves the other white stone. It's a little more efficient. Now, there's also a very nice follow-up, which is a Hane move. This is almost sure to be Sente, and then this capture is sure to be Sente. This way, white gets 2 stones on the outside without cutting points. White probably likes this a little more than this jump. If you are to jump, I recommend jumping a lot higher. And this way is white trying to use the bottom stones as a very thick and strong location, so it allows white to move a lot faster. All good. By the way, black Tanukis, white plays a Hane, black Tanukis again. This happened in one of my games as well. The key here is to not do capture the 2 stones right away, but to go for more. Block here, and the next move is Hane here to capture the corner. This is unacceptable. So black is gonna play some move that saves the corner. This is a little complicated, but black will be able to save the corner, but white is going to be able to Atari here. And this is a lot of damage to white. It's Sente, and you've captured 3 outside stones. Black played 2 moves, but this is way worse it for white. Visually, it's very, very nice. This happened in one of my games. That's why I remember this so well. White is up by about a move or 14-15 points on the lower right section. Okay, white jumps, black played here. This is fine. This is a interesting and good move. The only thing that when we play this is if white is able to peep, and then this leaves black with a bit of a weakness in terms of not connecting to the back. In that case, black may shift this a little to play here. In this case, to play this move, black needs to have the following plan, which is when white peeps, black is going to press once and then tanuki here. This makes white's peep not sente and makes black's stones very, very safe. Good. Cool. Another thing that black could do is extend to the right-hand side. That's also big. Both of these moves are quite big. The attach is recommended. This is the one small weakness to the very, very flat structure on the top. Here, though, black probably, let's see where, okay, black extends. At this moment, if the plan is to not give up anything, usually we'll want to extend towards and strengthen our relatively weaker side. In this case, at one stone. But both sides are pretty strong now, so it's probably okay either way. If you're pretty strong on both sides, then it's time for black to think about these fighting back kind of moves. Hane over here, this would make the local exchange not good for white, so white wants to get something good. And then something like this, this is very possible and maybe very, very good for black. The key here is to fight it all out. Use the left-hand side black positions as a very strong and thick position. This is unclear. Okay, black plays there. Okay, good. Let's. So we've talked a little bit about theory and like plans and things like that. Let's focus the rest of the game review on the more clear mistakes, because those are game deciding. So, okay. So this is a fine move. It's, it may not be aggressive enough, but that's not going to be the types of mistakes that we're looking for. Maybe black wants to push in more, or maybe tanuki here altogether, but that's not this is it may not be the biggest move, but it's a big move. So those are not the mistakes we're looking for. Good. Connect, and white plays here. Feels like white has nothing to be unhappy about in this board at this moment. Okay, good. Black plays a knight's move, and good. White is very strong, so white wants to find a cut. Makes sense. And let's see if black kept enough strength here to be totally immune to this. Very interesting. Extend is very, very strong. Another very strong move is to Atari and extend down. This is actually even stronger. It depends on the relative liberties here. It's hard to determine. So the game is probably okay too. The important thing is to read out that if white blocks on the bottom, that we can capture white easily like this. I'm sure you guys all are able to see that, so that's all good. You guys, yeah, if you guys give it a second, you'll be able to see that. So all good. At this moment, on one hand, white's lower right side is pretty strong, so white is happy with this fight, but black's left-hand side position is also very strong, so black is also okay with this fight. It all depends on how the bottom is. And I'm much more worried about white than I am worried about black in this position. Okay. Yeah, so here, if black is able to attach and something like this, where let's say black probably can get this instant, where white isn't able to connect effectively on the bottom, then this could get very, very bad for white. This is very, very dangerous for white. Like this, white cuts, black can press a couple more times and then connect. There's no way to win this liberty race. trying to cut the bottom is very, very strong at the moment. Okay, there's basically only one move here for white, extend, good. And this also doesn't feel very good for white. So while white is very strong, black is also strong on the other side. And then we have these two groups in the middle, which cancel each other out in the best case when they're equally strong. Now it feels like black is a bit stronger than white. So black has the advantage in this fight so far. In this one, the strongest is to try to cover white, but that's not what we want to do, right? We want to continue to strengthen our weakest attacking stones this way, and while we attack white and get some development. On the other hand, we also, at the same time, we also want to use our very, very strong shapes. The top for black is very strong. The left for black is very strong. So the direction here is very clear. Black wants to push white as much to the left-hand side of the board as possible. And this knight's move has no cutting weakness, so this is perfect. White jumps. Okay, and this has taken a break, and we have finished the fighting in the middle. Black plays a second line move here. This is very interesting. The middle, if black were to push white to the left as much as possible, this is recommended. One, if white's able to connect, again, this is adheres to our thickness principle. Even if white is able to connect, white is not able to threaten the top or the left-hand side black stones, and white is not able to surround additional territory. So this is all good aspects of continuing to attack white. The second part is white has more weaknesses here on the top here that we can cut. And so here, black has a good chance of profiting in Sente from this attack. White's moves being not as valuable, and black having gotten more weaknesses in the white shape here. This is also safer for black, for the black group, as black is connecting to the top two. This is recommended. Probably something like this will happen if white goes for this cut. That's also likely to happen, but at the end of the day, if white's not able to beat black in the liberty count, white will have to connect to the left somehow, and it's a little bit difficult to do so. Okay, so this is a very, very strong follow-up. In regards to the right-hand side, black would like to play this evasion if possible, and a common follow-up is press and then wedge, and then white takes care of the cutting points, and then black surrounds third line territory in the place where white has a lot of potential territory. So this is a success. And if white blocks black, this would be just run into the center. Because the bottom black shape is very strong, white finds it very difficult to secure a lot of value against this kind of a threat. This is a good case to. This is about the same as the game. The game move is a lot more peaceful than the other invasion. Okay, so here we have reached peace. Black gets a few more points. White gets a few more points. In terms of who gets on the right side of thickness, it feels like it's white in this case. So black is probably not satisfied this way. A couple of interesting variations here. Another attach. And this one, black is just looking for the ability to play this move in Sente against a corner like this. This is a lot of damage to the corner. And so if white saves the corner, then black is able to find some aji here, some Sentes here, no matter how black uses it. This is some use. So some attachments here, another attachment here. These are interesting fighting moves. In the game, this is very, very peaceful, and we'll go into the end game from here. From White's perspective, connecting this center White group to the top is very, very nice, very, very attractive. This would greatly strengthen White's group, and Black would be much more weakened. White would like to do this in a way that doesn't involve a cutting point, but this diagonal move is noticeably slower than the game move. So there's an incentive to play there. So in order to try to get the best of both worlds, try to play the sentes while White's still a little weak. This peep is a very good sente to have if Black ends up connecting. White has one more stone here, and something like this is already very, very good. Another important idea is once you have some resources already, like the ability to connect to the upper side, it gives White a little more fighting options on the left. For example, White can try to play this sente move, like this e7 that was played earlier. And this way, if Black fights back, because of that other option, White has the chance to first do damage to Black, and then if something like this happens and Black chickens out, White plays here, then this other option can save the White group, and White gains a lot this way. This is interesting. So in the game, White plays this knight's move across directly. It does expose a little bit of cutting point weakness in the back here. But White plays the first move in the center, so Black is probably correct to go on the defensive in the center here. Oh, good. Here, this move is a very, very committal move. That is, it's just destroying Black's ice space. It is not doing like connecting the White shapes. It is not playing this move, which is making some territory and also, and at the same time strengthening the White shapes. This is very aggressive and attacking. Good. At this moment, going for the kill or not going for the kill is a bit of a dilemma. When we try to not go for the kill in this one, there are some good options. Atari and then push. This looks like a very good option because after Black, Atari's here, White can play this Atari and Black's territory on the right is reduced a lot, and if Black doesn't play this specific move, White will be able to Atari and throw in, and Black is gonna, White is totally strong, and Black does not have that much going on. Okay, interesting. So in the game, White plays very strong and just turns. This is a bit committal, but it's very, very strong. This move is interesting for Black. If White plays on the outside, Black is supposed to give up the 2 stones and play this cut and get home. In the game, let's see how Black planned to do this. Another press and then the cut. Okay. Seems like it's relatively well played from Black so far. There is some potential problems for Black though. So right now, Black probably can only cut, connect. Right. So probably Black wants to reverse the order here. Just play this move. If White cuts, Black cuts here, and then captures the 2 stones. If White captures here, Black captures these 2 stones, using the right-hand side as thickness, where we can sacrifice some stones, some White, the 2 Black stones there. When Black played this first, the 3 stones also became very heavy, and it's hard for Black to accept this now. When White plays this Atari, Black captures 2, but the three stones comes with a lot of territory at the same time. In the game, black is connects to try to save everything, but here there's a glaring weakness in the black shape, and that is this push through. White pushes first because you can't let the white stones get home by capturing two stones. You also can't let the white stones get home by capturing those two stones. And if we cut now, this is now already too late, where the middle is still cut off. A very interesting fight here. Okay, so in the game, white plays this Hane move. I think this will still work, and so black is very desperate here. Yeah, good. Oh man, black was able to survive, still with a lot of losses, but just being able to survive is probably already a success for black. But definitely the game is now gonna go to white. Oh, very nice attacking, very nice attacking flow. Except let's reverse the order a little. Play here first, and then if black plays this way, white plays a cut, and this is capturing a lot, and then white still has time to save this. So sometimes we want to, sometimes it's good to leave the sentes not played because we might play this sente. This is already also very, very good as a thing. So in the game, white played a sente move. It's sente, but if we think about where the white stone is, it's very close to the strong white corner here. So it's not as useful for white as possible. What is as useful for white as possible is as much outside away from the center, which is the thickness, and something like this. Of course, another very strong move is to go directly like this to try to cut the black shape. This is a bit more risky. The important thing here is for white to play this push first, so there's no connecting issues, and it takes some reading, but it's just black just doesn't have any cuts, which is very annoying. Okay. So in the game, when this happens, white plays here. This is a reading problem, and yeah, black is actually able to keep this keep the left hand side territory, which is a good news for black for sure. Yeah, remember to be to be as sensitive to the sentes as possible. And in this case, this Atari, or the cut Atari, this Atari is a very, very, very good sente move. While white's super strong on the left, play that extra push and then just connect. Of course, connect in a way that greatly damages black. Force black to play here and then play this Hane move, split black up again, and this is a way to do the most damage to black. Missed a chance here, but feels like white, generally succeeded a little more in the middle game here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Black does have a lot of territory though. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Ends up being a very reasonably close game. White wins by 4.5 according to this. Wow, this was super close. So all the more reason for white to play harder in the middle game here. Remember to be sensitive to the sente advantage that we can have and try to go for the weaknesses that are possible. In this game, this is a I don't if white just plays here, it's also very, very good, and this way white can probably win by a lot more than the game. Interesting. Okay, very interesting game. Was very close in the end. The middle game did go to white a little bit. some things to remember. Be very sensitive to cente profits. The way to play endgame is to play all your profitable centes first, and then play the biggest gote move. So the key is to find all the cente moves and then play them. In the middle game, it's exactly the same thing. Find your cente moves that gain you profit, and then play all of them. And then when there's no place to gain, then you find the biggest endgame move, or the biggest territory move. In this case, this S10 is regarded as the biggest endgame move, but Black probably had a good chance to at least not lose in the middle here. And the middle, at the end here, this was very, very uncomfortable for Black. I'm sure both players felt this way during the game. The key here, again, this is also a cente move that is a gain. And if White was able to play both of these push-ins, Black is totally lost right here, right now. And this would be a killing move. So this kind of, it's almost always looking for these cente moves where your opponent is relatively weak. You yourself, you don't have to be that strong in order to take advantage of these cente moves. Later on in the game, there was another spot here. Try to find your opponent's relatively weakest area, find the cente moves, and then look to profit from this moment. White had two great chances to do this in the game, and Black was able to get the game close. Look for the cente moves near your opponent's weak areas. You yourself don't have to be strong to look for this. So if you find a good opportunity, it's always good to exploit it. For example, here, if White doesn't, if White isn't able to totally capture Black, this is a great cente move that protects White's cutting point as well. So you can't lose from this. In other words, you can only gain. And sometimes, like in this case, you can gain quite a lot. And these are great opportunities. Definitely some things that we have to find to win. Okay. In the game, we have Mexico versus Brazil games. This is another Halcyon game.
Yeah.
This is Sebastian. Okay, that's okay. Since we're here, since we know Halcyon is here, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Sebastian, I think he is a four dan in the there, and what a funny name. I get it. I get it. Okay. Yeah, I know he represented Mexico in World Amateur Go Championships, so he's a super strong opponent. I'm not sure if we can, if Halcyon would be able to take him from the rank. Okay, good. So in the game, Tanuki is fine, and this is a good Joseki choice for White. We shouldn't be unhappy. Black played this corner. Black is very strong in the corner. White is not strong, correspondingly weak. This is why this Joseki choice is very good. When Black wants to go attack the white stones, Black has to play in the middle here. And this way, Black himself is, being pincered by white stones. This extra difficulty is what White is happy with this in general. Okay. Nice. I like it. This is a very modern Joseki. This headbutt, very nice. It's very practical. This is quite good. Highly recommended. Another move here. Nice. This one gets White a lot of thickness. Very AI approved. This is going okay. All good. On the right-hand side, it helps for White to now, with this newfound strength that we have in the corner, to yes, this is great. This is what I would recommend as well, to play some kind of a pincer and put pressure on the outside black shape. This is a very interesting way to play, and it was played. This is good. This is good. Black, even though Black did save his group and get territory on the right, Black is very flat on the right-hand side. Another very interesting idea here is to play this kind of a or something like another jump, perhaps. This is very similar to the game move, but this just does not allow Black to connect on the bottom here, on the side here. And if Black pushes to take advantage of our weakness here, it's time to use the thickness principle here. The black group on the right is very strong, so we don't want this cutting fight. And if we do have this running out fight, this is something we want. This is not as valuable. And if we can just get one move here and force Black to survive on the right, we make a lot more than Black will make. But of course, why stop here when we can play even more efficiently and play this kind of jump? This is very, very strong as a way of playing for white. Another move here is probably Sente, and then something like this is very interesting, more interesting as a way to play for white. Okay, in the game, this is played. This is all good. Black presses. Good, all good. Yeah, I think overall White has played a pretty good opening so far. Jump is proper. So what I'm worried about this game is, White played a pretty good opening, but when it comes to the middle game, let's see if White is able to keep up the pressure and stuff like that. Good thing to note here, Hane and this move, because of this Atari weakness that this opens up, not really a weakness, but anyways, if White's plan is to allow Black to survive in the corner, something like this, then the connect has to be played. The next move, there's a squeeze, there's a peep. These are both very strong. In the game, when White plays this Tiger Mouse move and allows the Atari to happen, the squeeze isn't there anymore, so it makes Black surrounding the left-hand side territory that much easier. So B4 is definitely, you have to leverage that to capture the Black corner. So, okay, if we read this out and we can capture Black's corner, then fine. What I'm expecting is this move. If Black plays here, White will block. Locally here, this is not alive. But Black has a very nice move here, which is might be a bit of a problem for White. So overall here, maybe White just plays the extend move, which leaves as much weaknesses on the left-hand side Black position as possible. The rest is all about the same. So in the game, if Black survives here, the problem for White would be Black's left-hand side with the block and the Hane Atari on the first line fixed a lot of Black's weaknesses for Black, and Black has lived in the corner too. Good. This is good. So White is looking to invade and then sort of claw back some of the lost territory on the lower left. Here is where that Atari's value really shows up. And before White could connect, now White cannot. Good. I can sort of see what's gonna happen here. This is not alive, and now we have to look for something on the outside. Very unfortunate that one squeeze. Think of how safe White's shape would be if White had a connect underneath. If Black blocks, we can push out and use defender's advantage and probably capture, and then wedge. And Black is totally lost. And If black blocks, then we can connect and everything is good. This was just a slight difference, and uh, uh, unlucky. Um, yeah, unlucky in this one. Just not enough territory or ice space on the inside. Okay. Yeah. So this squeeze is played. Okay, good. This is White's best chance to capture the black group on the corner here. Unfortunately,
Doesn't work.
yeah. Black is able to play this one, but I think this probably works better. But in all cases, as long as black is able to run out this group, it will not be very profitable for white. This totally didn't work in the game. Although, it did end up working. White can capture by playing c1, but white does play c1. I think unfortunately we're gonna see the defender's advantage work in reverse in this one, and black extends. Yeah. Even though black doesn't have that many liberties, it's still at least 3 liberties on the inside, and yeah. This is just that the defender's advantage worked against us in this one, and yes. Okay. Don't not to worry. Sebastian is probably quite a strong player, and not being able to do this is totally reasonable. So here, so nowadays, a couple of Joseki points we may have came across this. So black doesn't play c3 directly here anymore, and that's because this Joseki, this was a common 3-3 Joseki. This looked fine for black, right? White is left with barely much territory at all. This is significant. This is 3 points good for white. So it's significantly good for white locally. That's mostly because white is super strong here. This move not sente, this block not sente. Black has no more sentes here, and white has all the sentes here. Like a K3 is sente for white, and invasion is not. Black is the one at risk over here. So black has no territory on the left hand side, for example, like this. And if white invades, white probably has more territory than black does. Because of this, the b5 move does more damage than expected to the black left-hand side. Because of this, this Joseki is good for white. And so that's why the 2 moves locally here are this move and the bottom move here. So in the game, yeah. So in the game, we have a chance to sort of come up with if we knew that Joseki was good for white, I'm sure Halcyon would likely have picked this, would more likely have picked this. This looks fine for black again, with the corner all settled, but this is probably about even, and also white probably could choose a more territory greedy move. Hard to say either way here. Okay, yeah. So in the game, this is very strong, and a slightly better move here, but it's hard to figure out something that totally works here and doesn't have any downsides. So this is a bit of a tough situation to play here as white. it's not easy to find a clearly good move, good way of attacking here. And in the game, because of that h3 slight weakness there, um, uh, we couldn't do this one. Yeah, very interesting this corner and this peep. Yeah. In the future, if you just want to have a position here and just leave this, if we play this blocking move here, black's best move is usually to leave this and play somewhere else. That's because this life is too small. It gives white centes. Probably this one, it gives white these centes, and white keeps a lot of territory, and that crucial b5 point makes the whole left-hand side not black's territory or area or sphere of influence.
I see.
But this is very tricky, and you'll see here another very practical play. Basically, after this Joseki, after this Joseki, whenever white's able to play this Hane and connect, it's never a bad move. That's mostly due to how much territory this is. The corner is all secured now, and black's side is not secured anymore. So it destroys or half destroys all of the black potential and makes it all for white. So get into the habit of playing this Hane Connect, and it's a very big and practical move. The game was very interesting, and opponent played pretty strong. At the end here, it doesn't look like black won by that much, which is compliments to Helzio here. But going for the kill and then not getting it is probably this probably lost us more to go for the kill and not get it than the death on the left hand side probably. Okay, all good. Okay, good. We're moving on to the next one. This is also Mexico versus Brazil. This is probably board 3, I can imagine.
Yes.
Okay. And we're playing black here because we played white in the other one. Good. Okay. Headbutt, good. I do think this shape, this is fine. And white usually jumps again because that this follow-up is very strong. Okay. Hold on. Are we white in this one?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So this one jump only because white does want to play this Hane Connect. This is very big. You can easily see this. And if this exactly happens, you'll see that because of this h2 can really destroy this. And of course, if black plays another move, it's a little slow. It's noticeably much smaller than white's. All of the potential territory for black is concentrated on the right-hand side. And white's got 50 points already. The lower left is more than 20. It's like 25. The corner on the top left is 15. That's 40. The corner to the K line is another 10. That's already 50 points, which is a lot of pressure on black. If something like this Joseki happens, on the lower side, and white just runs this out, black has a very hard time coming up with all of that points. Corner's very big, but then white plays a squeeze, and the territory is all gone, and it's only like 30 left, and black has a lot of. Okay, so in the game, white picks a one and done move. This is also recommended, and it's kind of nice. But the next move, white will not be able to play f2 with as much happiness as before. But that's okay. White is pretty reasonably strong in the corner now, and this q4 is good. This is also good. Good. Okay. White plays this move. Okay. This so the modern play, this move is very popular in modern Go play. Black will attempt to play this Joseki. This Joseki famously, white needs all the ladders to work. So if it's like this, and we're afraid of this Joseki, this one. So this one needs all the ladders to work because this is the second ladder. This ladder doesn't work. For one thing, it's okay for white to just extend. And for a second thing, sometimes white, if the other ladder also doesn't work, by the way, the other ladder is this one. This ladder, if this ladder also doesn't work, and it actually doesn't now, and we're worried about this, we can always play another Joseki here, which is shoulder hit, and then headbutt, and then hane. Something like this. This is no big deal, and then we are able to still make our extensions the same way. And if black fights back by playing here, just jump back, and this is about the same. Okay, so in the game, when we play this one, we almost always want to leave our opponent ambivalent or okay with either approach. But in this case, black clearly wants to expand on the bottom, so we may be leaving a little bit on the table. But then this doesn't give us a two-space extension either, so therefore this kind of thing is extra attractive. Is extra attractive for white as an option here. Something like this, and we're getting a pretty sizable territory. By the way, if black goes for the cut, remember to channel our previous stuff about this, and instead of going for that Joseki shape, right, to recreate the Joseki, it's the same shape, Atari and extend. And at this moment, it would be very, very good for white. First play the extend, and then play this into the corner, and this would be nice. This would be quite a good and interesting way to play for white. Okay, good. Played here, black plays here. Okay, good. If white wants to play locally, again, that same idea. This is another local move, but this one depends on having some aji in the corner with this squeeze. It's very, very reading intensive. It's hard to say if this is worth it. And if black wants to fix everything, this jump fixes everything. But the key here is to not play that Atari and play this directly. This is very common. When black hanes and double hanes, this is nothing to be afraid of. First, peep on the inside so you get it, and then play the slap Atari and then extend. So it's okay, this way black doesn't gain very much additional territory, and white gains a lot of territory and thickness on the top, so white can be happy. In the game, after the Atari, black's corner is all solid now, so white is gonna lose Sente here. Black is gonna be able to continue to expand on the right-hand side. And black is expanding, so this seems like black is getting to a good place. This one's very interesting. This is the old Joseki shape, but it's very rarely played now. The more common local move is to turn, headbutt, and then hane here. This was not the Joseki in the past because the headbutting move at R8 and the hane move is felt like it was very vulgar. It is helping black, not helping white, and so on. Usually white plays another jump. In this case, we can probably attach and attach. Anyways, the key to the thing here is white almost never connects with a connect exchange from black. This is bad for white, and because in the past players felt this had to be played, that's why the previous moves were not played either. The modern understanding is even if black captures this because of the possibility, this cut is more severe or more possible than we felt. Black is not as thick as we thought. That's why this is also okay for white, and so that's why this kind of shape happens a lot. And for white to play, remember, if white goes like this is again not that good. This is all gote, and a lot of damage is already done to white's shape. But so if white were to play in the future, it's more likely from the top than from the third line. Just get this mindset in your stuff. It's okay to leave this. It's no big deal if black captures one stone. The cut is possible, and white more likely wants to cut on the outside and fight with the outside than having some local shape, than playing for the local one stone on the second line. And this is generally left. Sometimes black Ataris once, and then this is left. Okay, so that's a modern way to respond to this shape. I'm glad we are talking about some, I'm able to pass on some Joseiki's knowledge to you guys at the same time. Okay, good. Okay. This is a reasonable reduction move. Here, another move is here, attach here, but this is more risky, so it's okay. Extend, good. Black is likely to play another move. If we don't like black playing this move, and this, if we think this corner is way too big, we could always play this jump. We can still attach down, but this is a very good and strong shape for black at the same time. So this is okay. When black plays here, the next move, because this O3 and M4 is a very strong knight's move shape, there's no cutting points, it makes white's move not as important. So white does not want to simply extend. Let's see if white plays a jump or something else altogether. Good! Very nice. The jump makes a lot of sense. Good. And so this way, black's defense is clearly a little smaller than usual. Here, a good idea is to continue to bully this black local shape a little bit. Here, something like this could be a very interesting way to play around black's thickness here. This would be a successful white for sure. Okay, so in the game white plays here. This is reasonable too. It eyes this cut, so good. Black connects, okay. Now it's important if white wants to defend the right-hand side to play this attach. It is a good way to make black add moves in this very strong corner already. And then if white is able to add a couple of moves on the outside, it will be good. If black captures one stone, for example, this is a happy exchange for white. So white attaches here. That's good too. Unfortunately, this is not Sente, so definitely try to get Sente here. If this happens, there's also a cut. So okay, this is not Sente, so it's a little dangerous. Remember, black's territory now is very solid. So if white were to play close to the strengths, white wants to have Sente, which means this move here, we can allow black to connect and get Sente. In the game, whenever we lose Sente around opponent's strengths, where our opponents are very strong. The opponent is going to play on the outside of our move and his strong group. So when we play next to opponent's thickness, or some groups that's very, very strong already, the most important thing is to try to keep Sente all the time. One thing that helps us get Sente is, maybe we can allow one of our stones to be captured on the second line like this. This would be good, and things like that. So when we play around opponent's thickness, sometimes, it's most important to not lose Sente. And if we can not keep Sente and not lose any stones, that's fine. But if we can't keep Sente, then it's usually better to not save our stones, like let the stone get killed like this, or play this extra move and something like this. For example, if we just played the softest move possible like this, if black blocks, now we have Sente again, we can play on the outside now. And this capture, it looks very thick, it's very big, but this capture is not that valuable for black because he already is so thick here. And so we Tanuki play the rest of the board. But yeah, Sente, as much Sente as possible. For example, leave 2 of these shapes, and then we can save 1, right? We can save 1. Okay, so in the game, this is a bit dangerous because when black plays on the outside of the bottom thickness and the white group, and then especially this move, now white has to spend another move inside, which is now going to be close to the upper right black corner, which is strong, lower right black corner, which is also strong, and white's group is going to be alive, which is also strong. So this is where we're losing a move. And if we could keep Sente, this would really help us. Sometimes when we know that we have to play this, but we kind of just don't want to accept it, a very common practice is to play this kind of move, maybe play here and then cut, and then potentially if we can get a fight where we capture 2 opponent's stones, then we don't have to spend that move inside anymore. But most likely this is not gonna succeed, so very unfortunate. However, what might work is if we squeeze and if we can connect in Sente, for example, if this is not dead, then this does a lot of damage to black's territory. Yes, we end up in a ko, but maybe this is something we can accept, just to destroy more territory. This could be a way to to just try to avoid doing that as long as possible. Good. So so black plays here and we cut. What we don't want to do, so this cut, interesting. So this cut is very, very strong move. Remember that when we want to play these counterattacks is when before we're 100% alive. So this cut now is super strong. Black plays here, and then black is probably gonna connect like this. We can play another peep on the outside. Maybe we just couldn't. This peep is also very strong. Black has to connect here. We can also have a, even this is probably Sente, and we can maybe get the best of both worlds. The counter-attacking cut is very strong at this moment. Once we are alive, the counter-attacking cut is going to be, because white is total thickness now, black all of a sudden gets all these new options, the options to sacrifice his stones around the inside white thickness. And white did play this, which is much to my surprise, but this is perfect in terms of the thickness principle on black's part. So black gives up a few stones and is able to play a second move on the outside. We're just lucky black connected and not played a move like this one or this one, or even worse, if black is able to play a sente move here, another sente moves here, and then really engulf this outside in a huge, huge way. This is probably reasonable. So good. We're white in this case, but at least we still saw some very good applications of the thickness principle and stuff like that. So at least, if this game does not have a happy ending, at least we saw how it happened, and we can say, opponent, you beat me, but good job, and I appreciate how this happened. It was beautiful. Good job, that sort of thing. And in the future, we could have a chance to do this back to them. If we had the same thing and then we said, I don't know why I lost, at least we know why. This is, yeah. Okay. So in the game, this top also had a bit of a problem. Good. Yeah, so here, if white was able to cut the top, maybe we could still have a chance. The middle here, this move is sente, for example, so there's no cuts. And the key here is to play with flexibility. When black had more liberties, like this, and then we could play like this. Maybe we have another good chance. But I think that's given how this fighting happened, even though a lot of bad things happened, white is at a reasonable counter-attacking spot, which is good. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we had a way to totally capture black there. Yeah. This is reasonable. Yeah. Very unfortunate we were not able to hold the top. But, well, yeah, black has too many liberties. Very sad. Okay. So remember, we got a counterattack before we make ourselves two eyes. And in this kind of a shape where we have a lot of liberties, it's prime time to go for the kinds of to go for this kind of counterattacks. This attaches another one. If black plays here, we play this one. This is a much better way to live, much bigger and everything. And if black connects, we push our way out. So black has to play this move on the outside, and maybe we could do another switch it up again and play something like this. And Hane here, extend, have black connect, and then cut here. This would be extremely strong play from white. But by losing one moment, I can't believe white actually, black actually went for this variation and gave up all those stones. It's correct, but very good job them. So, wow. These moves were all very, very nice by black. So no worries here. Yeah, I just couldn't. Black played very, very well. I don't know if we are, both of us are 1-2 dan or something, but this black play was super strong. I wouldn't be surprised if it has high marks. like if it's yeah, don't worry, that was good. All right, so we come to this one, Volga and Emil. Oh man, I think Emil is the president of the Mexico Go Association, and he played as a sixth dan in the U.S. Go Congress. So very good, very strong player. There's a Go streamer called Telegraph Go, and Telegraph Go is 8th dan on Fox, and he played Emil at the professional qualifiers, my professional qualifiers, and Emil beat him. So that was quite something. I'm glad to see here how in this game White does play this. He's also the president of the Latin America Go Association, with all the Go events. Cool. So here very interesting how we do see this AI-approved, new variation occur here. Very interesting here from White here. If we could turn and have Black connect, this would be exactly the same variation I talked about, and then jump out. In the game, the order is slightly reversed. I don't know if it matters much. Black doesn't connect anymore, so maybe the effect is not as good. The connect was meant to be a Sente move for pushing down and capturing the one stone, and that's what gets White to play those two moves. So in this game, when we reversed up the order, Black is able to extend. Maybe this slightly better for Black, but it's okay. It's very similar, and the attachment is quite approved. And Hane, probably just it feels like Black's liberties are kind of short. And remember, we want to think of this as more, this outside Atari and then Hane. This way, Black's liberties are short, but doesn't seem like there's a direct problem. So just remember that we're looking more for this kind of cut, maybe extend, maybe something else, than for this kind of cut. That kind of cut is very bland, non-spicy. Okay. Attach. Okay. Yeah. I guess I do get it. We play here. Black plays another defensive move. It feels like we're falling behind in the speed of development. This way, maybe we could cut. Maybe we could do something very strong. Interesting. So here, I think Black does not want to cut Atari there, and wants to either double Hane here or just extend and then play something like this to keep the territory. Very interesting shape. Okay, let's see if White cuts. Turns, the cut, while it does put some pressure in the corner against Black, Black is not going to die, and so White is very redundant. So I can understand this as well. But this does allow Black to live relatively comfortably, probably here. In the game, this is a super strong move. This is a super strong move. Wow. Okay. So a couple of ideas here. If the thing to read out is the right-hand side, if this is alive for White, then it's all good. White can play this way, and this puts a lot of pressure on Black. Black will now need to Hane here, connect here, or this move. And if White just is here, remember that Hane is also Sente, then White can even play this move. This is very a lot of pressure against Black. Now probably White will have to play this move, but like this move is Sente, or this and this. Maybe just play these first. Play this one and this one first. Black plays here, play this as a Sente move. We can even invade, but we're probably okay enough just playing this. And black's territory is destroyed. There may be some. This is definitely alive if we get this much area. I don't think black has realistically any way to fight back against this. So this is what we want to play as white. Of course, we can always think about saving and saving that and then moving out this way. This is probably the strongest play by white. A big opportunity here. Basically, this happened the way we thought. We did play this honey move. Probably better to leave it just for that other push out. But I think this is going to be good enough. Okay. This one's a very detailed move. If white were able to play these moves first, this would be a little better, but small difference there. So honey, Atari. I think white is a little bit. White's not happy with overall here. That's because of a few things. Like one, this is supposed to be white's sente, and then this is supposed to be white's sente too. So white's supposed to have eye space here and everything. In the game, white is not able to, and then black is able to connect and keep himself very, very strong. So this is a bit unfortunate. It's much stronger for white to play a move like this is good. This is actually played in the game. It's much stronger if white's able to play this while the bottom is cut up, while the bottom is not connected. Very interesting here. Okay. I was going to say another thing is white did play this tiger mouse move. I think this is, the players played this during the game, so it's probably good. But I'm just worried that this is a dead shape, and I'm just worried if this actually is alive for white. For white to be totally safe, it's probably this one. Okay, interesting. Okay, so don't be surprised if this honey move lost white a lot of AI points. I do think the strongest play would be found with this kind of thing. And then play here, and then play here, black lives, and then before saving the bottom white group, first white does a lot of damage to the black shape, and then takes care of the bottom. This would be super strong, and black feels, the 5 stones here already feel a little weaker than the white shape. Of course, white probably will answer. Black already feels a little weaker than the white shape, and there's more weaknesses where that came from over here on the other side. This is probably the best way to go. So in the game, played these, but still, okay. At this moment, white gets a respite and goes for the right-hand side. Makes perfect sense. It feels like overall white still relatively succeeds over here. So that's a good thing. Okay, slap Atari, good. A lot of Aji here. It's going well for white so far. I do not recommend connecting here. This is a bit risky, but just to play like this move, this would be probably sufficient. Let's see how white played. Total Tanuki, great. So out of all the games, this one we're doing very, very well so far. So good. This move is into the center. Okay. It's very, very strong. I would recommend something that's a little more, even more aggressive, but this is aggressive enough, so that's okay. Black has a few weaknesses white can exploit. One is a lot of sentes over here. And if we think something like this could be gotten in sente, something like this might be able to get in Sente too. Something like this capturing the right-hand side black stones, and then something like this where this is total destruction of all black potential in the middle, and with a black group being weaker than white in the middle at the end of this. This is something that's very, very possibly super strong. So in this case, if black is able to invade the left-hand side, and then black ends up going on the defensive, this is reasonable, and then black just goes on the defensive in the middle, white has a strong chance of coming out of this a little bit empty. For example, here, after playing this move, this G13 is pretty slow. Okay, okay, block this move and then this move. There's a shape here, but that's the opponent's problem, not our problem. At the end here, we can see here, white has a weak group in the middle and took care of it with one move. Black played a lot of, this part is going better for black than it is going for white. Black is taking a lot of territory going into the later half of this game. Okay. I'm worried for white's amount of territory, basically. Okay, peep this move. Yeah, white is trying to survive in Sente, which is okay. But even if we do end up surviving in Sente, we probably would have lost the ability to destroy a major chunk of the middle. Sort of the opportunity was here when we had it, and then it's kind of almost gone. But this is a good fight. I can't believe black cut like this. Okay, good. Good job finding a cutting point here. A jump. I see. This is, shape-wise, black probably prefers a shape that's more like a jump, and then if the peep keeps black's connections, then all good. If not, then black may have to, play something like this. Okay, good. Very interesting fight over here. I wonder if black makes the mistake of cutting white from, no, these are Sente moves. It's probably okay. Interesting. I'm worried for both sides at the moment. Interesting. So black kind of chickens out here. This is our opportunity. Yes, destroys the whole middle. Good. Destroy the whole middle. Destroy all of the middle. Good. Yeah, this went so well. I expect white to, it still looks pretty close in the end. Yeah, white's winning at the end. Great. Okay, very good. So here, remember, what ended up happening was because black surrounded a middle moyo without that much thickness, it's a lot of stones, but what ended up happening is all these surrounding stones ended up being worried about life. Like perfect example is this move. If black was thickness, black wouldn't have to spend a move here to live in Gote. And it's not just this, it's also the other moves that black wanted to but couldn't play. So very good job. So this one, remembering to differentiate between territory and thickness will help us a lot to figure out what's happening in the game. And of course, if we are all about that, then at around this moment, black would have an easier time coming up with a move like this one that there's no cut because of this Atari. A move like this that at least saves a bunch of the territory for black here that not. For example, this move is probably Sente, and then a connect is probably Sente. White may Atari, I guess. Okay. Maybe nothing there, and then play a move like this. Black is looking to answer the this with an Atari, and this, and keep as much territory as possible. 50 points for white, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah, so this kind of thing could be possible. So remember, for one thing, I can't believe black played this move to try to capture white totally. This is a bit crazy. Here, if black just extends and has white play a move like this move, because black has a cut, black doesn't have to connect here. This is a more likely, if black wanted to kill, this is probably what he could do. But probably black's best shot at trying to win the game would be something like this. And if white plays there, something like this. Remember, if black's middle groups are not super strong, then it's influence, it's a moyo, it's not thickness, it's not territory. And so it's very valuable to surround this kind of shape. It's very valuable to surround this kind of territory, it's territory and so on. Secondly, white's left-hand side and top is the classic thickness. It's the strongest as can be. So the recommendation is to play this way, chase your opponent into the thickness. In this case, it's white thickness. It's okay if white connects to the thickness, and don't cut white from the thickness. Okay, so in the game, black plays here, cuts white from the thickness, and white is able to have cuts here, and and these sentes. So the black stones in the game, white played one move, but black played like 5 moves. These moves all do not surround any territory because they're next to the white's thick and safe group on the left-hand side. And so these moves all have no value. White played one cutting move at E, but then the other moves here, they all destroy a lot of value for black. And so this is where probably black, if he lost the game by 15, 20 points, this is, if black lost by 20 points, 15 of those came in the middle here. And so I'm glad to see a Brazil victory against the strongest player in Mexico too, and it's very, very nice, very well played. Good. A couple of things that we mentioned, but generally not too much problems. This one, I don't know why black went so like hardcore gung ho on killing white. Definitely, that was it. And remember how this kind of shape, it ended up being very, very consequential. These 2 white stones doesn't look so much, but these 2 white stones is what made the black thing in the middle moyo, potential territory, not thickness. If black had thickness, this is worth like 30 points. Black only has moyo here. This is worth like 5 points. So that's really that really makes a big difference there. All right, great. We saw the 3 clearly marked games and 1 more Halcyon game, internal game. So we have 2 more from the first batch of games. Let's go look at that. Any questions, by the way, guys? I think we're
So
okay.
far, it's okay.
Good, good,
Very
good.
good, very good, very good.
Yeah, I think we'll go through probably two more here. I lost track of time. Probably it's been an hour or more. Okay, okay. Okay. A Tanuki here. Salvatulio, I don't think I've. That's good. We'll get a good mix.
These guys are the next opponents.
Next opponents. Okay,
Yes.
okay. In this case, we'll go through them a little quick, but cool, cool. We're studying up on them. Okay. Yeah, so this one, white needs another move here to be safe and thick. So this is good play by black here. Specifically here, black probably prefers to just extend to keep that cutting point alive. This way, white does not, but this is reasonably good for black so far.
Both
Okay.
are going to be our opponents.
Good, good. Let's see some weaknesses. So here, so this move makes perfect sense for black, but the one white move, remember, be more, try to be very sensitive to the strengths relative. Like if a group becomes thickness, really be sensitive to that. The top has a lot of cutting points and stuff. It's not thick yet, but after white presses once, the top should be viewed and regarded as very strong, very thick. So white probably prefers to jump out as quickly as possible. And when white plays here, to use thickness, black wants to play on the outside, which he does here. So the higher ranked player is not as scary, but if we think the two down is very scary, that's also bad. Okay, so here, white is at a bit of a tough spot, but here it's very brave for white to start this fight because it's a cross-cutting fight, and a cross-cutting fight is notoriously difficult to, if something like this is usually a very good moment for white capturing so many stones, but at this moment, this is what the cross-cutting fight um, helps you. If you have a weak group around a cross-cutting fight, you have this much. You have to worry about this kind of thing a lot, so this is a very in this crosscut. I just tried to play the most sente as possible moves for black, and white is very much in danger here. So in the game, when black plays this way, white is able to get a respite and move away from this and play somewhere else. That's just good. White is a little lucky to be able to have this shape. Moreover, this is like a perfect. Okay, great. So this, if black played here, maybe that's okay, but black didn't play there, and this way black ended up really losing a lot. Great, great. So this cross-cutting fight with a remember we talked once about in our sustainable development lecture. I started a cross-cutting fight, ended up getting a string of stones on the outside. Here, a very strong way to do this is these very forcing moves. Normally, very bad moves, and we're just losing the fight. But now it's very, very strong. Imagine if you're playing against white and you're able to get to around here, and maybe white. This probably doesn't help. yeah, gets to around here and white cuts, and you're like, okay, first get these Ataris, then get these Ataris, and then play here. This is gonna die, and it probably will, and perfect. Okay, so you guys have the game plan there. Okay, but of course, as always, if you don't do it exactly this way, if something similar, it's probably just as good, and it's going to be okay too. If white plays there, Atari, it's probably just as good. Okay, so usually black would like to start this cross-cutting fight here, but in this case, it's surprising that white starts this cross-cutting fight. But this result is very good for white at the end here, finding the weaknesses. Okay, good, good, good. But I see a lot of like very good sense-making moves from white after the beginning of the fight. So if the ranks are true, white is 4 dan and black is only 2 dan, and this is showing up here. And oh my God, this move. Okay, definitely play here, but overall, white is clearly outfighting black in the middle game for sure, and white is getting to more of the large areas of the board and surrounded the big center and stuff. So white is, unfortunately, both players showed some very strong, relatively strong play. So unfortunately. But they're not unbeatable. Remember the cross-cutting fights. Very interesting though. Not a lot of after the top was a bit dicey for white. White did end up playing a lot of very good like direction of play moves. Does not try to save all the white stones here. Does not try to save all the white stones, but just gets thickness and then surrounds a very large center. Maybe extend back is a bit better, but overall here white was able to play pretty well. And this is a Joseki shape, but yeah, it's a Joseki shape. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're pretty strong here. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's look at another one. I think this one is again a internal game between two of our players. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
think
internal
so.
game.
Good. Interesting. So this is not Joseki because this one stone is the less important stone. It's it's surrounded by white stones. It's the one that's in most danger. But if black were to play here, the move would be here. Try to get farther away, and you want to sacrifice one stone next to the thickness. Another possible move is here, but this again is already kind of close. And so this is going to be a good local Joseki result for white. Remember here, the Joseki is here, or if black wants like this move into the center, or more, if black wants more of the side territory or have more territory here, this move, cut, extend, Atari this, or extend and then continue to extend. Even though white, overall white is relatively happy here. Okay, connect and white plays here. Interesting. So because white has this sliding move, white has a very strong incentive to play the cut now. Again, this is, this move, this move makes white 95% strong, very strong in the corner. You could argue that white is 80% strong in the corner now too already, because of this, white has two very good eye-making knights moves on either side. So because of this, white may be able to strike out and do more damage to black at the same time, and things like that. Okay. Good. Normally, totally a fine move, but maybe at this moment, white is strong enough to use the white's corner as thickness, and then another development move here from the thickness would not be that important at the moment. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Usually the move is here, but later on, white famously is able to usually get a squeeze with a connect. This works, but there's by the way, if you guys run into that, there's a couple of very strong moves here. One is attach here. The key here that's following up is this wedge, this peep, and then a sort of a connecting move. If black plays here, this kind of thing is also, it still kind of works later with this move, and the idea is to cut Atari, and Atari, it's very light for white. Even if this dies, it's not a big deal. So the idea is to get black to totally blob up here. Okay, all good. So this is interesting. When in the game black plays here, I think this is generally fine. It doesn't put as much pressure on white, but I think this is okay. Attach might be a move, but headbutting, this would give black a chance to extend up, and this would be a good shape. Okay. This looks interesting, but it's a bit better for black. Okay, interesting again, but unfortunately here, this will not be good for black here. White will Atari. The key here is to play the Atari, and if black connects, then we play this one, and it's all good. We may even play this one and use our thickness on the outside. You see how we preemptively played the extended down as a good thickness point. Here's a good rule of thumb. This is how white plays, where white gives black as much space as possible without allowing black to make two eyes. And if white can capture, it's all good. However, if sometimes when you give your opponents enough territory, you're not able to capture, that's still good for white. And so that's the power of trying to get your that's a power of surrounding in a very, very strong way, or strengthening your weakest attacking stones, that sort of thing. Yeah, so the key here is to play the Atari, and then black gains a very minimal amount of territory here, but even if white captures here, white gains a whole lot of thickness, and that's going to be good for white. Another move is here. This is just a direct attempt at capturing. Remember here, the key is not whether you stop him right away or this kind of a loose surround. The key is strength of your connection on the outside, and this is exactly what white didn't play well here. Throw in, no. Throw in. Atari here, Atari here, connect, and then connect is fine. Connect and then block is fine, or connect and then Atari is fine, but the game is not fine. It's lose another stone, and yes, okay. So it's just better to okay, all good. A little too strong, and okay, this is a good moment for black here, where black did destroy all the white territory and is able to counterattack both of these white groups. So remember here, the first move is here. Remember, first Atari to make to be able to block white from this direction. If you can't do that, well, you can always just play on the outside, and that's fine too. This is not a success for black. Maybe even Atari and Connect. This is also fine. This is all synthase. Black definitely does not gain. When black plays here, then you're not gonna Atari there. You're gonna Connect, and then block. I think there's another Joseki which goes like this, and then where white plays here and here, but that's on the fourth line, and that's what is tripping white up a little bit. That Joseki ended up looking like like this, and then white Ataris, and then plays here. Very similar, but I think at the end here, white found out that there's two moves I have to play, and I can't get to both. Probably this move is a little better, and then just Atari this two, and then Connect to contain the damage. Okay, good. Good. If you're not stronger than the opponent, don't cut like this. Defender's advantage is when you counter threaten the opponent, like turn. If black wants to attack white, black can't let this one stone die. So black will have to save the one stone, which is not that valuable, and then you can run and stuff. This is fighting to the death. This is not using defender's advantage, because if you fight to the death, neither side has defender's advantage because there's no exchanges. It's do or die. Neither side has any advantage. Cool. I'm sure this move. So first, at least black wants to turn here and then Connect. This captures more 4 white stones, not 3 white stones. Another very strong move is to play this way and then just net this white stone. Black loses the liberty race by one, but has a string of outside stones, which could be valuable. So in the game, okay, this push is a little too strong at the same time, but yeah, black is doing much better. However, white is just interested in surviving, so maybe he is able to survive. Looks like white is able to almost survive. And let's see if white can hunker down and totally survive. Yeah. Good. This is good defender's advantage. See here, this is a good use of defender's advantage. Not fight to the death, but run the group out, and that's a success. And then we can counterattack either the middle or the right-hand side black group. And this is going relatively okay so far. Unfortunately, this does not quite work. In hindsight, probably leave this position and just extend, and then maybe extend again. And then in the middle here, later we're gonna just maybe just exchange it all and just keep extending. At some point, black will come back to this and survive here, or survive here by capturing a stone, or crawl out so many moves that this shape is alive with 6 or 7 or 8 crawling moves. Either way, it's okay for white. Probably if black probably just survive like this, and then something like this is a good. And if we could capture black in a big way, this could still be a workable game. Okay. So that's a good use of defender's advantage in the game. That exchange, okay. As long as black lives on the top right, um, somehow here black got defender's advantage again, where white has to capture black, but all black needs to do is survive. And black did survive, and the white group ends up dying, unfortunately. So interesting how this shape became very close, and then black was able to do it. Here, there's another thought for white here. If white can get some peeping shapes like this, I know this first damages the middle, but probably like this. It first damages the middle a little, but then after this, white can turn his whole attention into saving the middle. So the idea here is sometimes if you're dead set on on one course of action, you may try to profit first from the corner. If this cut does not work well, and this is interesting because this way black captures some, but the right hand side is very weak and the outside is all gone, and white has potential to play this. So maybe you know this could maybe work out for white after all. Hard to say, but anyways, so maybe white would be able to just run out in the nick of time. The previous kind of moves pushed black's group closer into the middle, right? And so the two black groups are closer together, and maybe we can use the the damaging property of two groups being close together to maybe capture one of them like this and then play here. This way white gets the corner territory and the middle group to capture, and it's all good.
I was that set in trying to make G10 work. The Atari from the other side, but I was missing a stone for it to work, so.
Yeah. Probably missing a couple of stones. One black can extend again,
Yeah,
two black can block. I know this one, right?
yeah, exactly. But I'm missing Liberty, so
yeah.
In the game, the way that it ended up being the game, I was missing the stone when black pushes once more.
Yeah. This is capture, but we almost could play this, but yeah, once more. That's very close. Okay, good. Guys, a lot of games were reviewed this time. Okay, hopefully, my lens of looking at the games is usually through the three main ideas that I talked to you guys about. I find those to be most useful. I find these to also be most useful for reviewing with AI nowadays. And so I hope you guys are able to leverage my ideas and how I'm looking at the game and sort of leverage this into easier and more insightful self-reviews in your games as well. And good luck. Okay, all good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ending questions? And maybe not so many today.
Yeah, I think it was generally very good. It is somewhat hard to measure how far we can push defender's advantage, because it said that I was maybe a little bit too much in this last game.
Yeah, I know. and then dying and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have trouble with that too. But of course, sometimes you just have to recognize that you're defending and then just try to get more a few sente moves. We talked about a few situations this time in Joseki shape, and hopefully, just yeah, I know. It's if you can win with just development and stay strong all the time, then you do that. But sometimes your opponent doesn't cooperate, and we have
Yeah.
to we have to give them a chance to capture our groove and things like that. It's interesting to see. Okay, good. I'm glad to have seen that thickness apply in the Unreal game, in the strongest game, probably. And, that probably wasn't the highest quality game. I'm sure they probably had the highest ratings, but especially Emil, he probably didn't play as well. Probably played many mistakes and things like that, according to AI. But that's good. That's good. He was forced to do it, so um, it's always hard to keep yourself aligned with the relatively simple Go principles when you're under pressure to get to come back or to basically to come back. So the challenge is to devise a way to come back that is in according, that is on the right side of these relatively simple and easy Go principles.
Yes,
Cool.
yes. Okay,
Nice,
thank you
nice.
very much. Our next match is on Sunday, and we are going to play Argentina. And Alexandre Amaro will play against Fernando Aguilar.
Aguilar. That's gonna be a great match.
Yes.
Aguilar is pretty old now. But he's at least Fox. He beat Japanese 9 professionals in tournaments before. So good. That'll be very fun to watch. And
Yeah.
I know because I met Aguilar in real life, and he told me. Oh no, that was someone else. But he did beat professionals, so yeah, that'll be a great scene to watch.
Yes,
That
yes.
was great.
Okay.
Good luck, guys.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, guys. Yeah.
I'll
See you
stop the
guys.
recording.
Mm-hmm.